Hello people of the internet, welcome to my channel for the very first time. I am excited to have you here. I'm excited to start on this venture. I hope my filming setup doesn't look too weird. This is definitely something that I'll have to play with the coming videos to make sure they look straight, that you can see everything. I want to get my binders in the shot as well. But yeah, that's definitely something I'm going to be playing with over the coming videos. But for this first video on my channel, I wanted to do a 2025 financial goals as well as setting up a new binder with me. So kind of a fresh start, jumping into a couple cool things before I really get started in the cash stuffing aspect of this channel. A little bit about me, I guess, is a good place to start. I am a 22-year-old post-grad. I'm currently not in a full-time job. I'm expecting to start a full-time job by February of 2025, hopefully a little sooner. But currently, in the meantime, I am living back at home and I am saving and really focusing on paying down my credit card debt that I accumulated during college. I kind of let myself go wild, just racking up credit card debt during college. And so now in my first year post-grad, I'm really trying to pay off that debt. I'll do maybe a separate video later about how much debt I have in total between credit cards as well as student loans. But right now for my financial goals, my goal is to increase the money I'm paying towards my debt by at least $250 a month each quarter. So right now I'm paying $700 towards debt every month, and I'm putting this quarter-wise because, like I said, I hope to be in a full-time position where I'm making a salary rather than hourly in February. So that, of course, will increase my income by a lot. But I'm also hoping to delve into some side hustles a little bit more as the year goes on. So having a steady increase throughout the year really will just help me pay down my debt faster. I am doing the snowball method, and currently as it stands, if I'm just paying $700 a month towards my debt, I will pay off my debt completely in 2 years. So near the end of 2026. I would like that to be much faster if possible, which I think it is possible. So I'm going to be working on steadily increasing how much I'm putting towards debt. So that's that first goal. My second goal, also related to my cards, I do have 4 credit cards. Completely pay off 3 of 4 of my credit cards, and pay majority of card 4 off. I've already completely paid off 1 of my credit card once I started doing this snowball method. My next 2 that I'm focusing on, the balances aren't that high. They are like in the thousands, but not that high. So those should be paid off by mid this year. And then that last card is really the one that had the super high limit that I rate up a lot. So I'm focusing on getting my smaller 2 now because one of them's already completely paid off, but focusing on getting my smaller 3 out the way and then just focusing on that one card that does have the really high balance. My third goal, as I'm moving into my full-time journey, start saving for retirement more seriously. So once I start my new job, opening a 401k account and then opening a private Roth IRA account and adding $1,000 to it. So I actually have a savings challenge for this. Y'all will see this in a little bit. And then my next goal, which is one I'm really excited about, is to make at least $300 a month through side hustle starting in Q2. I put Q2. I'm obviously, if I can make that or more, like starting in January, I'm gonna do that. But I put Q2 just to really focus on the products I want to sell. I crochet and then I'm getting into tufting as well as punch needling. So really focusing on what products I'm planning to sell, kind of refining some of the things I want to sell, and just really building a platform that I can sell them on is one of my big goals. So I'm giving myself all of Q1 to kind of focus on the how and the platform of what I plan to do, and then Q2 really focusing on sales, and then build an $1,000 emergency fund in a high yield saving account is my next one. Moving on, reach a 700 credit score. I believe right now I'm at like a 670. My credit score was a bit higher, but as I ran up my credit cards, as you can imagine, my credit score tanked a little bit. But after I paid off my first credit card in its entirety, that score went up, and then I expect it to keep going up as I make more consistent and higher payments to my credit cards. So I think this will be an easy one to achieve, just like through managing my money more. And then my last 2025 financial goal is to continue to cash budget and perfect my system. And I put some bullets on what the cash budgeting system really means to me. I think it means living within my means. I think it means spending money on what is most important to me, because I really take the time to plan where I'm putting my money when I do my folders. So I prioritize what is important to me in that moment, and it means that I'm being present and accountable in my finances. One of the reasons I got such high debt these past 4 years is that swiping a card is so easy. You don't really even have to look at like the balance after, or like look at the transactions. I didn't feel that accountable. I was like, okay, future me will take care of that. I'll graduate, get a job, which I do have a good prospect for a job right now. But obviously I didn't graduate and immediately start a job like I expected to. So being more accountable with my finances and being present, like I have to physically look at the money I have in a folder and decide, is what I'm about to buy worth clearing out this folder for? So I think that is one of my main benefits for cash budgeting, and just continuing with that and taking more accountability in the new year is one of my big goals. So yeah, these are my 2025 financial goals, and now I'm going to show you my system for 2025, as well as starting a new folder. This binder is the hub of my cash budgeting, and so I'm going to put this sheet at the front. I was going to put it as the first page, but I think even putting it as the front sheet will have me look at this like every time I pull it out, which is pretty frequently, and just read through my goals again, remind myself why I'm doing what I'm doing. Financial freedom is the goal. So I'm gonna put this as the front cover of my cash binder, and then flipping through, like I said, I prioritize really going through and being detailed about where I'm putting my money, and being very intentional about where I'm putting my money. So I have this template that I made. I found this on Canva, a base version of this, and I really just revamped it to what I needed. As you can see, I've gone through many different versions. This was an older version. These were notes that I made as I was using it that I felt weren't functional, and this is an older, even older version of it. And then this is the first version of it that I had. As you can see, it felt like a waste of space. So I split it in two. Then I added a notes section. Then I added a cash pool section. Then I added even more folders as I added folders to my system. And now I think I'm going to stay with this format for a pretty long time now. Yeah, I can go into this a little bit more, maybe in a separate video. But basically, I have the date of when I'm getting the money, when I'm going to do the cash budgeting, the source and amount. And then these are the folders that I have that stay consistent week to week, and these are broken down even more. So from gas all the way down to personal care, these are what I call my on-the-go folders, because they live in this little black wallet, which I carry with me everywhere. So for folders that I tend to spend from more frequently, so gas obviously is one, dining if I eat out, shopping, just random stuff, groceries, personal care, so anything like body wash, deodorants, things like that are personal care. And then deposit is when I do spend money on my card and then I have to pull it from a different cash folder and then just pay myself back. That's what the deposit folder is. So I keep this, which I need to deposit this money, but I keep this in here just so if I stop by ATM, I can easily keep my accounts imbalanced. So those are my on-the-go folders. Then from beauty all the way down to birthday, those are my main cash folders, which are in this cash binder, which, as you can see, sort of like this. I will pull out a folder if I'm shopping specifically in that category. Let's say I know I'm about to go out with some friends, I'll pull this folder out and then just put it in my purse with me so that I can spend money directly from this without having to pay myself back. So this is what this is. And then from emergency fund to savings, this is actually the binder I'm going to create today, which is going to be in this A6 binder. I got an empty binder for Amazon. So I got this plain binder. I think I spent like $5 on the binder. Then I spent another $5 on folders for it. And then I also bought the $100 savings challenge, but just the inserts, because I didn't want to buy a binder just for that. So I decided to combine it all. We'll talk about that a little later. But I bought all of this. I'll put the prices and the links for everything that I bought for this binder in my description. But these last two are going to be there. And then from there, I put how much cash is from these categories and then the leftover amount. And then from there, I go to my flex folders. And these are for very specific things that I'm saving for that doesn't have a permanent folder, but that I don't want to like kind of put on the wayside, which is also in here at the back of my folder. I have these little white envelopes, and then in there I date and put the amount that I put there. So as you can see what I'm saving for and the amount. The first thing is a safe. I'm doing cash budgeting and I'm keeping more cash on hand. I do want to keep it a little more secure, so a fireproof safe is something big that I'm saving for. So $110 is what I'm trying to earn for that. Car registration, which my tags expire in May, so I decided to start saving for that now. And then a passport, my mom said she was going to pay for most of it. I just decided to do the expedited fee on my own. If she offers to pay for the whole thing on her own, then I'm going to take the money that's in here and put it towards the safe so I can get that sooner rather than later. But yeah, after we get to the flex cash folders, I also have like banking information. So I have a Wells Fargo account, a SoFi account, and a Bank of America account. My Wells Fargo account is solely dedicated to paying off debt. So each paycheck, like each big check that I get, I automatically take $350 out of that. This little section right here doesn't come out in cash at all. As soon as my check gets posted to my account, I transfer over $350 to my Wells Fargo account. I get paid twice a month, so that's $700 a month that goes towards that account. My SoFi account gets $10 out of every single big paycheck, and that's to pay for my Planet Fitness gym membership. So by putting $10 in each paycheck, I have a little buffer in there, even though it'll never be more than $15, but that buffer builds up to pay for the annual fee, which comes out in November. So by the time November rolls around, I'll have $40 extra in that from that $5 buffer, because I put $20 in a month and it only requires $15. And then Bank of America, that is my like main checking account. So if I ever need to buy something on my card and pay myself back, it comes from my Bank of America. And I always leave in a little bit from my check to stay in there just for that reason, so that I never am in a situation where I have $0 in my bank account. So as you can see from my last check, I left about $70 in there, and that's not to spend necessarily, it's just a buffer in my account. And then after that, after I add up all of the cash that I need for my cash pool, I put it here. You can see that here. I write notes on the side in red, and then I can put this here, and then I pretty much either take a picture of this or just copy this little section down to give to this teller when I go to the bank. And then any notes that I have. So here I was trying to calculate how much cash I needed for my 100 envelope challenge. And so yeah, this is my current system. But like I said, I am currently wanting to do a separate folder for my savings. So to this, I have a few things going for me for savings right now. The main thing is that I am currently doing the 100 envelopes challenge, but when it blew up on TikTok, I really didn't want to buy the whole thing. So I used the old binder that I had, some screen protectors, and then I bought these dividers from Walmart. So these are just playing card holders. When it first went viral, I think it was like 19, so it made more sense for me to DIY it myself, and I'm a DIY girly, so I have this, which I want to transfer this over, and back here is like any overflow money that I have. My big goals for this is going to be the $100 saving challenge, so I'm actually going to put those in right now. Like I said, I bought these inserts from Amazon. I'm pretty sure they were like $2.10 just for the envelopes, and then I just made myself one of the sheets from Canva. If you can tell, I messed up the holes on these, but that is because I only have a 3-hole punch and I was like doing them individually, but it'll work for the purpose. So this is the first saving challenge that I have in this binder. The next saving challenge I have gonna put in this binder, I bought this pack of like just regular cash envelopes. I'm gonna pull one of them out. I'm gonna pop it in there. And then I'm gonna make this one my small business savings. And basically the idea, I made all of these savings trackers, by the way, so if y'all want a copy of them, let me know. I can put them out. They were on Canva, but I made this one. Basically, it says it up here, but contribute 10% of all of my small business sales to this challenge. I thought this would be like a fun way to make sure I'm saving money. Honestly, at the end of the year, I'll probably use all of this to do something nice for myself, whether that's buy me something nice that I've been wanting all year, or take myself to a nice dinner to celebrate my successes. So what I can do with the money depends on how much I go hard for my small business. And as you can see, you might not be able to see, let me see if I can zoom in. All of the things on here are related to yarn. My business name is Trimmed by Tara, and I do mostly fiber arts, so crochet, tufting, but I also decorate bottles for like parties and stuff. I'm hoping that this gets filled up pretty soon, and then I'll just print out another copy of this. So I'm gonna pull out another folder, and this challenge, this is gonna be my $1 savings stash. And basically, whenever I restuff the on-the-go cash folders, any leftover $1 bills I'll add to this savings challenge. And at the end of the year, I think this money will probably go to my Roth IRA or be a boost towards my credit payoff. I'm not sure which yet, but this will be going to debt or savings somehow at the end of the year. Then we're gonna put another folder in here. And this one is my 2025 Fridays. I saw this one on another creator's channel. I think actually I made this tracker myself pretty easily on Canva. Like I said, if you want me to share the trackers with you, I can. But basically the idea for this one is every Friday you put in the amount of money that correlates with that date. And by the end of the year, I think it's probably like $500. I haven't done the math on it, but just like looking at it, maybe like $300 to $500. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this money yet, but I have all year to figure it out. Additional challenge that I added for this one, just so I'm not just constantly pulling money out of my check to put towards these challenges, is that all of the money from these challenges must come from side hustles. So if I'm not making it through my small business, I'm making it through Instacart, which isn't too hard because like the most that it will be is $31. That is the challenge for this one, is that the money has to come from side hustles. So I'm not pulling from my check because already I pull money. This one's not coming from my check. This one's not coming from my check. But this, I pull out $200 every check to pay towards this 100 envelopes challenge. This last challenge does come from my check. And then finally, my last folder. Actually, this isn't my last folder, but this folder is going to be my bi-weekly paycheck challenge. I found this formula on Pinterest and I designed this myself. If you know where this background comes from, leave a comment and you're a real one, but it is a little obscure. This background came from Intergalactic, one of my favorite movies. I just really love the colors. These are like my favorite color scheme, the purples, the blues, and I thought this would be fun to look at. So yeah, this is going to be the bi-weekly savings challenge that starts in January. So for my first paycheck in January, I'll pull out $10 and so on and so forth. And at the end of the year, it'll be $1,000 saved up. And this is what I'm going to put towards my Roth IRA. I'm going to put one more in here, even though that's the last form I had. I meant to make myself a rainy day savings challenge. Right now, from each check, I just put in... Okay, sorry about that. I did run out of storage on my SD card, so I had to transfer some files really quickly. But like I was saying, for a couple of months now, I've been adding about $25 to my emergency fund from each check. It was in my purple binder, but I want to move it over here to this A6 binder with the rest of my savings. So right now I have 100, 150, 170, 190, 200 in there. And like I said, my goal this year was to reach $1,000 of this and to also have this in a high yield savings account. So what I think I'm gonna do when I reach maybe 3 or 5, I don't know what a good number is, I'm gonna go ahead and open a high yield savings account, probably with Fidelity, and go ahead and transfer this money in. And by the end of the year, my goal is to have $1,000 in there. But for right now, I'm gonna put this $200 in. And because it doesn't have a savings challenge in the front of it, I'm having trouble opening these. There we go. So I'm gonna put $200 in here now. And because it doesn't have a savings challenge on the front, the sticker that was on this folder that says emergency, I'm just gonna peel it off and stick it right on the front. And I probably will print another one just so this whole binder just stays consistent with like a front page folder, front page folder. It looks like my battery's about to die. I really wanted to show y'all moving my stuffing over, so I'm gonna do as much as that as I can. I have this little sheet that I was using to track the excess that I have. So right now I have $41 in excess. What I will do is that I'll do another one of these envelopes in the back. I'm gonna pull all of this money out and put it in my cash tray, and then I'll stuff. So I guess enjoy this cash unstuffing. And then this will be a good opportunity to count all the money I have in this challenge so far as well. I think if you already have these playing card sheets that are just sitting at your house, because I know a lot of people do collect like playing cards, Pokemon cards. If you have a bunch of these and you were looking to, you know, start saving money, this is a really good way to do so without having to buy like new things, because I know a lot of people feel weird about buying things to save money. That is a weird little dilemma, but I felt the structure of the 100 days challenge was valuable to me, so I did invest money into doing it. Let me move this money back so I have more room for ones. a 6 binder instead of just continuing in this, because honestly I was planning to just finish out in this binder since I spent the money to buy the inserts. But like I said, as I'm like having more cash at home, I do feel a little bit more comfortable like being able to put it in a safe, and a big safe that would fit this binder, that's fireproof, that's all the specs that I want it to be, waterproof, fireproof, can fit easily in my room somewhere. And having a safe big enough to fit this big binder was a little bit of a lot, so I just decided to get a smaller binder that I can throw into the safe more easily. This is a lot of money, like low-key. Now that I'm looking at it in this divider, this is hella money. I know it's at least 1,000 in here. I'm curious. So 44 was the last number I'm on, and then I know I have a $50 bill in the 50 slots. But this is a lot of money to have saved. I think I've done a good job having put up the amount of money I am towards debt and just focusing on, you know, saving. And I'm not only this, I had to pay $700 on my car in, I think that was October. I had to pay that. Thankfully my mom, she fronted me the money, so I didn't have to put it on a card, thank goodness. But I did have to pay $700 on my car just a couple months ago, so that was $700 that I could have been putting towards this or whatever. But you know, this is a lot. I'm saying that to say I have saved quite a bit considering my financial situation in the last couple of months, so I'm very impressed with myself actually. Let's count the money that is here first before I transfer it over. But let me clear the area. Here's the cash that I have, then my handy dandy calculator. Clear. Okay, so starting with 50s, I have 150, so 50 plus. And then going to 20s, I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 100, 2, 4, 6, 8, 200, 2, 4, 6, 8, 300, 2, 4, 6, 8, 400, 2, 4, 6, 8, 500, 2, 4, 6. So that's $560. So plus 560 plus 1's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So $200 exactly in 10s plus 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 55, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. So that's 100. Then 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So 125 in 5s plus in 2s I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 plus $16 in 2s. I'm gonna do the 1s in stacks of 20, I think so. Plus another 20 plus another 20 plus another 20 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plus 9. So I'll put this back in my tray. Put that back in my tray. So all of that, delete. Oh, I didn't plus the 9. All of that is $1,040 plus the 41 is $1,081 I have saved already in the last couple of months. So that is fantastic, honestly. I'm gonna quickly fill the book. I'm gonna do the outro here just in case the camera dies. I don't think I'm gonna charge it back up to refill, but I'll let the end of this video be kind of me stuffing and going out and welcoming y'all to my channel. I hope you stick around to tease money to kind of see me get out of debt and my next steps, like what I want to do after I'm out of debt. Like, the world will really open up. I've been thinking about that a lot lately. Like, I wish I didn't even if I racked up a little bit of debt, if I would have racked up half of the amount of debt that I have now, I just think about what I could be doing with my money. I'm putting $700 a month towards my credit cards. Do you know what you can do for $700 a month? I could be going on a nice vacation for $700 a month. Like, truly. So just thinking about it like that puts it in perspective. So I'm excited to get out of the position that I'm in. I'm excited to live my best life fully, like enjoy my early 20s, move out, have fun, meet new people. So I hope you stick around to tease money to be a part of that journey. In the meantime, watch me stuff my 100 envelopes challenge until my phone dies. My next video will be a cash stuffing of my last paycheck.